Okay, hi. So, welcome to this course. And actually, the thing is that my name is Rajat, and I'm currently a PhD student, and I'm also doing research in computer vision, deep learning, and learning algorithms. So, the reason for making this course is that what I have seen is that there are a lot of people who are researchers, and they generally pick up one area. And right now, if you are an AI practitioner or an AI person, chances are you are working on transformers, LLMs, diffusion, or maybe some sort of this cool stuff. But if you have been doing this for a while, then what has happened is actually that you have been trying to scale up and you are running out of ideas, and it is becoming very difficult to know like what is going to be the next thing in AI, and people just seem to be running off whatever next cool thing appears. And it seems that a lot of people have lost their depth and they don't really know what is going on anymore. And if you go to the universities, what they will do is that they will teach you only some cool ideas or some things which have recently become popular, and they neglect to actually cover the fundamentals and the basics and actually the deepest, darkest secrets of neural networks. And when I'm talking about the deepest, darkest secrets, basically I'm talking about the works of maybe Francis Crick, the guy who discovered the DNA, Geoff Hinton, Yoshua Bengio, some notable people like Takeru Miyato, along with Francesco Locatello, and other people. So, in the research community, there is a subset of researchers who are actually working on the next generation of neural networks and who are really fed up with transformers. And I can proudly say that I belong to one of those people, like who are actually fed up with the bullshit which is going on. So, the purpose of this lecture series is to actually cover the core advances which is gonna happen. And what I will do is basically that I will go over the papers and try to decode like what other people are doing. And I hope that this is actually able to make the content more accessible. So, one key trend which I have noticed is that if you wanna do good research, you have to basically understand how the basic architectures work, and then you also need to go a little bit into neuroscience and try to see how the brain functions. And you want to build the architectures which are somehow simulating those effects of the brain in neural networks. And then you want to basically invent new shit. So to understand like how to invent new stuff, you need to actually go and look into the basics. So that's all. And if you wanna be a part of this mission, you're most welcome to watch these series of lectures. And I hope to cover at least around 40 or 50 papers from now, targeting each of the papers published in extreme detail. The criteria by which I select the papers is generally based on the citations and whichever are good fundamental papers which I have come across over my PhD. And obviously, I will not be talking about application-based papers, because what happens is that they introduce one application and as the time goes on, nobody takes care of those papers anymore. So we wanna focus on the content which is going to be everlasting and not something which is just going to be in one or two conference cycles. Okay, so let's move on to the next part of our lecture. Thank you.